And welcome to Tuesday night Shadowrun shenanigans. I'm Bob, your GM. Before we start, we have, I know, at least one announcement. Let me pull it up here. Let's see. So Coddlesworth's Clockwork Circus is now live on Kickstarter. It launched today. It is a steampunk fantasy masterpiece, skillfully blending a steam-powered world and magic into one comic series. We have talented and diverse creators, all collaborating to tell this beautiful story that spans worlds and ages. Check out and back Coddlesworth's Clockwork Circus at remalternus.com/kick. And with that, she'll never want me to read that again.
Yeah, they can drive, Frodo. Why they got flying things in there. They have flying cars in there. Why can't I fly? Well, why didn't you put that option on me?
Do you have flying in the sky money, Andy?
That's not my job. Is to make the money. It's your job
all
to
right.
make the money.
It's my job to make that money and then make the decisions with that money, right, Andy?
Yeah, boss.
Okay. All right. I love you, but yeah, I mean, just had to check you real quick. All right. How's your day been? You need oil? Like,
I'm fine, boss. You can let the guy in the corner talk now.
okay.
Would that be me?
Continue, guy in the corner.
You put me in the corner? Come on.
Nobody puts Bob in the corner.
No, puts Bob in the corner.
So I have one more announcement. That is, all of our players need your help. If you want to interact with the stream, feel free to give some bits and some channel points and help our runners survive the evil Dr. Meat Grinder.
Because all that money I've been giving to Realm Alternus has been going straight to Bob. So
yeah, all you lovely patrons out there through your Patreon donations give the GMs tons and tons of gifts every month.
I didn't think this through.
So yeah. Dr. Meat Grinder is flush with bennies.
Yeah, a few of us are supporters, so you're welcome, Bob.
Now you must live with a life of regret.
Too late.
Now?
So going from the guy in the corner, we'll go around the table. So Jen, do you have any announcements? I know you have at least one, right?
I do. If anyone's going to...
Sorry, I put you on the spot there.
Like everybody come over again, because I don't know what it is either.
I was referring, of course, to the Geek Forge.
Yes, I thought you knew something that I didn't. And...
Yeah, Jen, does anyone still have time to put orders in before DragonCon?
That is true. There is time to put orders in before DragonCon. And the Geek Forge has a Facebook group called The Geek Forge The Forge, because I'm trying to be very specific here. But if you join the Facebook group right now, there's currently a poll up for what we should do next, plus a super secret new idea that will come to possible fruition next year. So we have all year to plan all sorts of fun stuff. So thegeekforge.org is the website. Thegeekforge.etsy.com is the Etsy store. And on Facebook, we're the Geek Forge, and the group is the Geek Forge The Forge, because of course it is. And yeah, DragonCon is in, 3 weeks? 2 weeks? It's coming up real fast, so if you need a fancy fire prop to complete your costume, because I know you do, let me know so I can get them out to you so you can have them in time.
And what I heard is if you're the type who's planning your cosplay a year ahead, you can influence the trend.
That is also true. Spooky season is coming up, so we're looking ahead to see what we can have in time for Halloween. The end.
So going around the table, we'll go to Amber.
Hey, I have no major announcements. I recently came back from vacation from Seattle, and we went out to the coast, and it was a lot of fun. And yeah, that's it.
She's ready to fact check me on Thursday nights.
All right. Yeah. So tune in on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Super secret. I have never been to Seattle.
Incredible. Incredible.
Secret too is that the writers of Shadowrun, most of them didn't really know Seattle when they laid it out in the book.
Yep.
I am realizing that because when I was driving around out there, I was like, these things are not in the right place.
Because FASA Corporation was in Chicago.
There you go.
Amber doesn't know what FASA is.
Nope. FAFSA, I thought I heard FAFSA, and I was like, oh,
I did too.
Student loan program? Oh my god.
No. Without the second F, they're the original Shadowrun creators.
Oh.
Their office was in Chicago.
Okay. Well,
That's why when they infested a city and dropped a nuke on it, it was Chicago.
Yeah.
The nuke went off right across the street from their office.
Ooh. Man, they really wanted a day off, didn't they?
They really wanted a day or a year off.
Vacation, please.
Derica.
Hi, I'm Derica. I don't have any announcements. I don't do anything. Tune in Saturday, but not this Saturday. I don't know when we're playing Into Avernus again. But we do that on Saturdays. My announcement is check out our YouTube where we upload content, and if you've missed anything ever, it'll be on YouTube. And we're working on some really cool YouTube exclusive content, and we're in pre-production for some stuff, including upcoming a Strixhaven game GM'd by yours truly. That's me,
Ooh.
Derica. It'll be great.
That sounds cool. Ethan.
That's all I got.
Yeah, I don't do anything. I also don't do anything interesting. I do whatever Jen tells me, and I'm here to carry things and look pretty on her behalf. But Amber, when you come over on this weekend, if you would like to see the first edition hardback of Shadowrun and all the stuff that was wrong in it, I will happily hand you my copy.
Oh my gosh. Will there be dust when we pick it up?
You've been in my home. You know
That face. You've been in my home.
You are well aware there'll be dust on that book.
He was marking it up just last night.
Oh my gosh.
It's still wrong.
Still incorrect.
Chris.
What's going on, everybody? It's me, your boy. I also have no major announcements. I'm chilling like a villain, and I'm looking forward to playing some Shadowrun, and then later in the week some D&D, and then whatever else anybody puts in front of me, because I just want to roll dice and laugh. That's all I want to do.
Well, you're here in the right place and time.
Correct. I just want to roll dice.
Last but not least, playing Andy the car is our tech, Tom. Tom, do you have any announcements?
Let's see.
Did I miss anything?
No, I don't think you missed much. Well, but, if you don't get a full dose of Shadowrun from tonight, be sure to check in tomorrow night where we've got Shadowrun Denver, and then Thursday night where we've got Shadowrun Emerald Glitch, which is the Seattle game, which stars two of the ladies who are right above me right now.
But Tom, where can they watch Emerald Glitch?
On twitch.tv/GenConTV. I could go on for hours with all the stuff I do, but it's probably better toss it back to the guy in the corner.
We're also just not appropriate for the internet.
So last time we finished up Shadowrun mission 0702. Oh geez, what was the name of that mission? No, seriously, what was the name of that mission?
The thing with the
thing with the place, yes.
No, the
collective action.
Yes.
I had to look it up. It's been 3 weeks, everybody. I've forgotten 5th edition.
We're off to a great start.
So this time we're going to have a fresh mission. We've got some runners with some fresh new yen and karma in their pockets. For some, burning a hole in their pockets. I know Mather needs to buy a new shirt at least.
And a new gun.
And drugs. So many drugs.
Yes, thank you, Billy. 0702 was actually another chance to shoot things.
Oh man, I need to buy something that helps me not stun out every time I cast a spell, or do anything at all.
I hear reagents help a lot.
Can you buy common sense as a stat?
No reagents.
Whoa!
Shots fired.
Someone get rid of the car. Turn him off.
I mean,
the second time you've tried to kill off Tom's character in a Shadowrun game.
Go unplug the car.
I'm not pulling the car.
Please don't unplug the car. Like he's very useful.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do have Shatter as a spell. Just go ahead and put my hands on the seats.
You know how much this car costs?
Don't care.
Your wallet's gonna care.
So, you've had some time to rest and recuperate. Since we're starting a new mission, all of your injuries are healed. Any damage your vehicles or drones might have had, that's repaired. And importantly, your personal pools of edge have refreshed.
Thank you.
And then we can start in, unless somebody wants to do something in particular.
I want to go buy some gear, so I want to drive down to the Makers Collective.
Okay. So you drive down to the Maker Collective. Maker Collective. The Maker Collective Refurbishing Center, run by Truman Tech, a proud subsidiary of Horizon.
I'm looking for the booth stall store, which the best place to find drones.
Drones, okay. Oh, let's see. So you do find a it's sort of over on one side, like where like a roll up door would be. There is a shiny new booth run by a familiar figure, familiar to some perhaps. There's the shop run by Crater Sizemore.
What's going on, Crater?
What can I do for you?
I'm looking to get a couple of drones to add to my repertoire, I guess. Do you have any Dobermans or Paladins, something along those lines?
Oh, Dobermans. Dobermans are just they're so ordinary. Paladin's where it's at. There's a lot of good engineering in that Paladin. Let me show you what I got.
Oh yeah, by all means, he
shows you and he's sort of channeling his car salesman as much as he can.
Good.
Given that he's not really a car salesman. But he's doing this sort of caressing of. He has actually 2 paladins. And they are big.
Okay,
they're
big.
Probably they might be as tall as Gertrude.
Alrighty, so do
you're not going to fit these in the back of the SUV?
Okay. Do I think I can get them in my spare universe?
Let's see. How much space does your universe have?
Your spare universe.
Yeah.
Just casually got a spare one.
Yeah, just casually.
Something happens to the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
Something happens to the first one.
You think you can fit? You think you can fit them in the back of the universe?
Yeah. All right, there, Crater. Yeah, I'll get a couple of these paladins.
Oh, that's great. That's great. It only costs you $6,000 per.
$6,000 per.
Yep.
We can make that do. Do you have any smart firing platforms?
What are you trying to do?
Every paladin needs a sword.
Don't tell me.
Okay.
You're not just going to tape these on the side of the paladin.
Tape? Who needs tape when you have gecko grips?
All this tape it.
I mean, I can also tape it if it'd make you feel better.
What are you looking to mount on it?
So I typically run 97s. Do you have something? Do you have something better back there, or? I mean, you can. We can make
97. 97's a good gun to get. Yeah, I can mount a couple of those on it for you.
I appreciate that.
Let's see. That'll cost you. Let's look up the prices here. Sevens, all right. We'll call that 7,500 each. Oh, sorry, no. 8,500. So you wanted two of those per. You wanted 2 of those per paladin?
No, I just wanted 2 more. I already have 1. I just wanted 2 more, so I'll have 3 in total. And then if one can have 2, and then another can have 1, or one.
Oh, you're still talking about smart firing platforms.
Yeah, I just want. Yeah, I could put those wherever. So yeah, they're not married to the paladin, but if need
married,
be, I could just.
Yeah, I got a couple. The smart firing platform with a 97. That'll run you 3,500.
Oh, that sounds good. I'll do 2 of those as well.
All right.
Alrighty.
So 2 of those are 3,500, and you want both paladins?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm not selling you the gecko tape.
You're not selling me the gecko tape? Okay.
I'm not selling, because I know now what you're going to do with it, and I'm almost offended at that. Taping it on.
All right, I can appreciate that, Crater. That's fine.
Rocket scientist.
I'm not a rocket scientist. We just gotta make do with what we got.
Well, clearly you're not a rocket scientist. You're taping stuff on.
Wow.
All right. Well, here, take it and get out of here before I change my mind.
I appreciate you. Nah, yeah.
You're gonna summon forth the universe.
Yes. So I'll have the universe pull around.
All right. So it takes a little while to get there, but I mean, you probably staged it fairly close because you knew what you were buying.
Yeah.
So it sort of backs up to that rolling door, and he goes over, rolls it up, and he sort of signs over the hardware to you. So you now have ownership of it.
All right, there, Boromir. You get back there, Faramir. Here you go. And then shut the door. And then I'll wheel over back to the hauler. Appreciate you, Crater. Good. I'll see you later, my man. And he gets in the car and drives off.
All right. Any other shopping? All right. So it's been a couple of weeks since your last mission, and at some point, you all get everybody but Frodo gets a message from Nick Ryder. Gets a message from Nick Ryder that basically says, "Hello, fine citizen. If you're not too busy helping old ladies cross the street, meet me at this address in an hour." And he ends it with an address, and so the address comes up. There's a little link to a place called the Coffee Shop.
Did he include a time in his message?
In an hour.
Okay.
I reply back with a letter K.
The troll thumbs up emoji.
Okay. So then all y'all respond in some fashion.
2 hearts, 2 star emojis. Hearts and stars. That's.
Yeah, I think I just say, like, copy. That's it.
No 10-4?
No.
Yeah, because you all have Nick Ryder as a contact, except for Frodo.
Feedback
and Fee, you know things.
Oh, exciting. Okay.
You know that Nick Ryder is not on Frodo's speed dial or vice versa.
Yeah. Yeah. I will reach out to Frodo and let him know where to be.
Okay.
Alrighty. So you're bringing breakfast this time, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Right.
I guess, sure.
And Gertie will send a message to the group asking if anybody needs a ride. But there's a lot of autocorrect. And so then she sends single words to try and correct the autocorrect. and just gives up and puts an emoji of a van.
I respond back with a yes.
I respond back with a winky face.
I text Frodo, you are picking me up, right?
You just gave me the coordinates to where to go, right?
Yeah, but like,
Okay.
don't go straight there.
Yeah.
Come get me.
This team is a mess.
Okay. I mean, I
Yes,
could
yes.
drive, but why?
Yeah, I got you. You
Yeah,
don't have to
okay.
explain anything to me.
No, cool. I got it. I made us some breakfast burritos.
Alrighty. I
I
appreciate
remember
this.
how you like them, so
Oh.
don't tell
All
no
right.
one.
I was going to say, this is not a group chat, is it? Because I'm furious about the step that I was not offered any breakfast.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, this is Fee and not Luna from last season. Fee knows the difference between private chat and group chat.
Yeah. Friends
As a
don't
matter
keep
of fact,
secrets, Bob.
matter of fact, I think her
Exactly.
her whole existence relies upon knowing the difference between secrets and
between secrets and not
What's that?
secrets.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm a lieutenant. I'm a lieutenant. I got this. It's been so long.
I need somebody.
I go. And,
Yeah, so let's address that as well. Since you're a UCAS Army lieutenant who has mysteriously not been to a UCAS Army base anytime recently.
Was there a question?
I was pausing to see if you wanted to interject something.
No.
But at some point in the last 2 weeks, you did get a message from, if you want to name this person, they're a captain.
Olson.
Captain Olson. Captain Olson is your I'm not that great with Army. We'll call it, I think, battalion commander is appropriate for captain.
Sure.
Company. Isn't it?
Company commander, thank you. Battalion commander would be major. So company commander. And says, you have new orders. Stand fast at current position. New mission will come soon.
Happy. I just keep making the breakfast burritos.
So eventually so everybody gets picked up and you're on your way to the coffee shop. And as you arrive at the coffee shop, you notice one thing is that it's not actually a coffee shop. It looks more like a bar with a sign that says the coffee shop.
So is this the place? He says, and it looks to Fee.
It is the place you were told to meet.
Yeah, I mean, that's the GPS. You've never driven to the wrong place before. I don't know why you'd start now.
Fair enough. Do I see Darcy and the rest of the crew?
We'll say your two vehicles pull up at about the same time. Coincidentally.
I just wave out the window.
I stuffed down the last bite of my breakfast burrito.
I finished mine a bit ago while driving, but there's still some egg and synth meat of some kind.
Synth egg.
Just,
yeah.
Excuse me, I have to go vomit now.
Ground soy.
Ground soy.
Yeah.
Because wait a minute.
Well, mine's ground soy. Frodo's is street meat.
Yeah, street meat.
It's the way he likes them.
Oh, you stopped and got some tabby tots then.
I did. I did.
Yeah.
But I am pretending like they were already in my kitchen, and I just grabbed what was in the fridge because you can't let them know too much, you know.
We should put up a viewer warning.
Yeah, I think we need to start doing that like we do Thursday nights.
Folks, please Viewer be
Uh-oh.
warned. Some unsavory meats are discussed during this stream.
I like it.
Unsavory Meats is the name of my memoir.
This stream contains adult themes, criminal activity,
Unsavory meats.
and assorted other things that you don't want your kids to watch. Viewer discretion advised.
Cause I like it.
So you
got the last report down.
get out to go in. So you sort of meet up and go in together, and you see there. So it's a little too late for the lunch rush. It's probably like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There is a you do get the scent. There's a little bit of that stale alcohol in the air. There's a trid set on one wall playing some business related news. From Henry Watts of What's Happening in Chicago. So you have heard of him from the last mission. And then you see over the corner, Detective Ryder's waving you, over here. So you see Nick Ryder. And sitting next to him is another person you recognize, Dr. Martin Tate.
I have to keep remembering that I have no feelings towards this man whatsoever.
He's totally not sus to you.
Yep. It's fine. It'll be fine.
So I come walking up and I'm like, Rick, have you lost weight? Also, doctor, it's always a delight.
Yes, please sit down.
I stay standing, but no one notices. I'm so tiny.
The table's here.
Doctor, where's your leg breaker? I mean, say what you will about Johnny, but he knows how to dress for the job he wants.
Johnny is off doing other business for me.
I make a bone breaking motion and go, gotcha.
I'm just frowning the whole time. Hate it.
Oh, do behave. Johnny is more subtle than you give him credit for.
Jen's face this entire time is so funny.
Detective Ryder picks up the conversation and says, well, thank you for coming. And you are, and he gestures toward Frodo.
Frodo?
Okay.
Yes, I'm Frodo. And nice to meet you, Mr. Ryder.
Are you okay?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so dying over it.
Oh no.
Oh, we broke Chris.
We did.
I barely kept it together this last 10 minutes. Just barely, Okay. All right. I'm good.
This is a new member of the team. His name is Frodo.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Let's pull it together.
You can get it over your comms.
Made it worse.
So I know most of you already. We know each other. I know you guys to be competent investigators, and that's what I have. I need. I have a case that needs a little off the books help. A man was killed, beaten to death. Apparently, there were no witnesses, no trid footage, no clues. I need you guys to take the case. I can't pay you anything now, but if you pull it off, there's reward money in the amount of 10,000. Dr. Tate has agreed to kick in a down payment of 5,000. And there's once you've, I mean, if this is in fact a murder, then there's probably going to be a job after that to recover to apprehend the person.
And you can't do any of these things that feel squarely in your job description because why?
Are you interested in the job?
Well, let's get this straight. So we have no information about who we're looking for, how the person died, or any leads whatsoever. But we're getting paid 10K to find this person, and then maybe later apprehend them. Correct?
Yeah. If it comes once you've done the job and found the person, the apprehension will be extra.
Let's see, my first question is, how do we know that this is foul play if we have no leads, nothing, just maybe the dude fell down the steps?
I got a feeling about this case.
Mather's our face, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just lean over to you.
No, I was sitting there. I was looking at everybody.
Because I was gonna go to Jen, but no, I go to Mather instead.
I was letting everybody have a little room, and then I was about to do my thing.
The pay seems real light for 5 of us.
So,
yeah, and to be clear, that was not the each amount; that was the total amount.
So heard.
Yeah, we clocked that.
But
I definitely clocked that.
You know how much we make, Rick. I mean, this
Rick,
is
why do you keep calling Nick Rick? That's so funny. Are you doing it on purpose?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No. Trust me, everything I'm doing is on purpose.
Rick Ryder.
No, Nick Ryder. No, I thought it was funny. Anyway.
Well, most of you are competent investigators.
Well, they don't hire me for that. They hire me because I'm a delight. The rest of them are competent. Now, so let's be clear about this. You're talking about a 5,000 total plus promises tomorrow. That's like,
5,000 now total. Another 10,000 once you've run down the information. And then if you get to the point where you're able to collar someone, there's room for that negotiation later.
Right. So we're going to do the whole thing on the promise of more later. I understand. Good move. That's what I would do rather than actually pay people. We're going to need something a little more substantial because I have a red mescaline problem that needs to be taken care of. So let's look at that and see what we can do for me financially.
So Dr. Tate turns to him and says, I didn't hear that.
Oh, don't worry. When I need to get clean, I'll come see you. Anyway, I won't be coming to him for that. No. Anyway, we have bills to pay.
You don't need help.
This shirt costs more than you're offering my entire team. Can we negotiate? That was a signal for negotiation.
Yes, if you'd like to roll a negotiation test, you may do that.
And then they go, we still ain't got no money, but that's cool.
So they turn to each other and sort of whisper. Okay. So Dr. Tate picks up, says, I can arrange for 10,000 new yen up front. And then Detective Ryder kicks in, and we'll call it 15K at the end.
I turn around, I go, a moment. And I turn around and make a look. I mean, look at you guys. Like, that's probably the best we're going to get out of them, but
15K for the first half, right? Total, and then
So the total is going to be 25. It's 10K up front, another 15K on the back end.
And that includes the apprehending?
That does not include the apprehending. The apprehending will be the apprehending is a separate job. That would be a
separate job. That's not
included.
It's a
separate job.
Yes. So let's be clear. What's happening here is he can't do the legwork because either he's either not competent, too busy, or too strung out. One of those three things. And they want us to do the legwork. And if we can prove that there is something to be arrested, then they don't have to do anything except for pay expendable assets like us to do the job. And then they take the credit. I think it's fantastic. It's capitalism 101.
Tell them we want a favor in the future.
Oh, I was about to go back with counter offer of each one of you owes us one.
Yes.
We'll see how that goes. So I turn around, I go back, and I go, well, we don't usually do charity work, but in this case, I do need to replace at least one shirt, and this will just about pay for it. That being said, you're going to owe us a favor. Acceptable?
Yes.
Both of you or just one of you?
Yes.
That was,
they both kick in, yes.
They say yes. I was going to say, confusing response, but cool. I'll go back to my team. I turned around. You guys are literally right there. Heard what they said, and I said, cool. They said they both owe us a favor. I'm sure some of you have recording devices. Also, once I sober up, I won't remember most of this conversation. Anyway, so we do it? Yes? I literally have nothing on my calendar. So.
Okay.
So, hey, Dr. Tate, how much does a night stay at the hospital cost? Just wondering.
A day at the hospital.
It's not a hotel, Frodo.
Like full hospital care?
Yeah.
1,000 new yen.
Oh, that's it? Did like universal health care or something kick in sometime around 2030 or something?
He's just
that sounds awful light.
Well, it depends on what other services you may need while you're there.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Cool. It's
the 1,000 is not an all-inclusive deal.
All right.
1,000 for the bed, and everything else is just
everything else is
pay to play.
1,000. Would you like to, any needle, anything? 1,000.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Just wondering. All right. Sounds good to me.
Would you be looking for more wear?
Ooh, not right now. I'm still kind of digging the chair. I mean, like, yeah, it does wonderful for my lower back support. Never mind. Yeah. Maybe sometime down the road, Doc.
Very good.
All right, Nick. What are the other details now that we have agreed?
Yes. So here's the score. 7 months ago, Tyson Ryder, a 55-year-old man, was beaten to death in his room at the Elegance Hotel. I have an autopsy report for you. He actually pulls out a stack of paperwork, like an actual case file folder, and slides it across the table. I have the autopsy report for you, so I'll spare you the more grotesque details. But the findings are consistent, at least to me, with a beating. The original detective sent officers around to take statements, and no one at the hotel claims to have seen or heard anything. The other detective interviewed the neighbors, though not satisfactorily, in my opinion. They'd seen nothing and didn't even know the room next door was occupied. He interviewed the hotel staff. Seems the only thing out of the ordinary that took place was the power went out in the victim's room. It turned out to be a normal occurrence, and the staff had the power back on in a few minutes. There are two areas of this investigation that are off limits. First, under no circumstances are you to bother the widow with this. She's been through enough, and I've already cleared her as a suspect. This includes visiting her home. I've even gone so far as to remove her address from the file. Second, you cannot speak to the original detective, obviously. I'm not supposed to hire off-the-books help to do my job for me, or in this case, someone else's job for them. Other than that, investigate as you see fit. Find out the who, why, and how, and get back to me.
And what time did the power go out?
Let's see here. That power went out. Oh. I think that was midnight.
And it was just isolated to his room?
Just isolated to his room. So in the file folder, I'm showing you a bunch of documents. These
now,
are
when
all.
it says his overall health appears poor to fair, is that counting the fact that he's dead? I'm just asking.
Pre-death. It's pre-death.
That would have been the pre-death assessment, yes.
Or that would be one sassy.
Well, he's dead.
Hold on, you didn't
Looks
even
pretty
finish.
good for a dead guy.
Go ahead and finish that first paragraph, Derica.
Oh no, I don't want to know.
Yeah, so there are some unfortunate details.
Oh no! Oh no!
The autopsy report is perhaps a little more graphic. If you want, I can sum things up for you.
Dude got his balls kicked in.
And
Thanks, Amber.
Well,
there we go.
Well, we just pulled that bandage right off.
Yep, pull the bandage right off.
I mean, bandages won't help.
not this guy.
Mm-mm.
Looks like some unsavory meat.
I'm leaving the stream.
I just saw the parental advisory. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
Oh my gosh.
So with that, Tate slides over a pair of cred sticks, and the two of them get up to leave.
Did he say the name of this person was Tyson Ryder?
Yes, he did.
What a coincidental last name, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering why I was gonna ask why he said not to talk to the widow.
So do you want to ask those questions before they leave?
It's pretty obvious.
Okay, Derica does, but I don't think.
Do it, Fee. You're a tough military girl.
I don't think
You're a tough military girl. You would ask.
Does someone want me to ask the obvious questions?
Yes.
I'll walk over and I'll look at all of them and go, so Rick, sensitive question to ask.
It's Nick, by the way.
Who is? Oh, you?
Yeah.
Oh, everyone's been lying to me. They said you were Rick. Anyway, that's beside the point. So, relative? Widow is your mom? Is that about it? That's why we're being sensitive about this?
I assume it was my brother.
Your brother. All right. Oh, so sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law.
All we needed to know. I don't want to dig into your feelings too deeply.
Who is Susie Tate Ryder?
Noted. Yes, I didn't want to make it uncomfortable for you, but the question came up and they wanted me to ask. Personally, I don't care. I'll take the money and do the job. But people have to know things. Anyway, thank you. That was literally everything we wanted to ask. I'll be back. And I go back and I go, yeah, it's his brother. It was his brother.
What was your brother? So did your brother have any like enemies?
Pretending like I'm not doing the job now and just going to look directly at them. I know they're 3 feet away, but it's theater. Let's just.
So I could overhear the conversation.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not walking 10 feet. I'm just literally turning around and asking the question.
I lean over to Gertrude and I say, "Do you know that Nick and Dr. Tate were related?"
I didn't ask.
Well,
That's a weird thing, right?
well, now we know.
It's never come up.
I don't know.
I was not sitting around with Dr. Tate going, "Hey, what are the names of all your relatives?"
Mhm.
Look, neither of them
But,
were
like
my
Gertie would
contacts.
though.
None of them were my contacts, Gertie. So I've never done a background check on them before.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh,
Wait, have I done a background check? I have done a background check. Absolutely.
Also, no one asked me if I'm related to the suspect.
I'm currently, like Fee, reading every word of every single one of these documents, so I will be doing that.
So, are you?
Am I what?
Is everybody?
Everybody's related on the stream.
Is everybody everyone's brother? I'm confused now.
okay. Reading through this autopsy report,
Uh-huh.
does it look like the lacerations? Like there should be images, right? Yeah, as well as photos. Okay, cool. Does it look like they're all in like the same direction? Like the lacerations? Like they're all like
It's hard to
There's just
tell,
two,
but
right?
if you have a biotech skill or medicine skill, you can roll that.
Do I have any skills that
Hey
aren't
Gertie,
just Matrix?
I don't know
So-
medical stuff. Can you look at these pictures and tell me if these lacerations are all like heading in the same direction, like they all pierced him from the same direction, or if
Sure.
they're random?
I can certainly try.
And there's accompanying a 45-minute recording.
That'll be good driving music.
For the autopsy?
Yeah, the autopsy recording.
I'll get the popcorn.
Bob, would you prefer? I have biotech and also medicine. Do you have a preference?
I would prefer medicine.
Okay.
I need to find where. Medicine. Okay. A couple of things come to mind as you're. So this is your driving music, as it were, and you're sort of playing this 45-minute. This is the most monotone of monotone doctors.
So just like all the other doctors.
Speaking to the dead. And it drones on. Like the rest of you are ready to. The rest of you in who are riding in Darcy are about to fall asleep. But you do find out a couple of things with 2 hits. The injury as you sort of look closer at this laceration, the laceration is not really consistent with any sort of blunt force trauma.
I have a theory.
And the other is 45 minutes. I mean, as long and boring as it is for most of the people riding with you, 45 minutes is no time at all for an autopsy. And while we wait for Derica's theory, we're at our mid-session break. So we'll let her.
I'll tell it on the break. I won't tell stream.
We'll let Derica stew in that for 10 minutes.
You're on our Patreon to hear my theory.
Don't see that. Then we have to record it for the Patreon. Let's see. So anything we want to announce before we're going to break? Cuddlesworth's Clockwork Circus. Join the Kickstarter if you haven't already. And also help out our poor Shadowrunners. So we'll see you in 10 minutes, and then I'm sure we'll hear the theory. We're gonna crack this case wide open.
You're right.
And welcome back. We are hot into our theory crafting for what might have happened in this case. Yes.
Back and there, find out what we said.
I have a question. Is Nick still here?
No. Well, he can be. I mean, he's not sticking around all day.
Yeah.
So
I just have a quick question for Nick. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Missing from the reports that I'm seeing is the interview with his sister-in-law, and I get that he doesn't want us to have their address, but if he doesn't, like, I think I'm just gonna say to Nick, listen, Ryder, I like you, but if you can't give us the interview notes to what you and your sister-in-law talked about, we have to go see her.
She's been cleared. She was not in town.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So I'm looking for where. Oh no, they were. So they were. Yeah. So she was out of town for the weekend.
Conveniently out of town for the weekend.
She's been cleared for this.
Do we know why he was at the hotel?
As I understand it, he works for a property management company, and he stays there every once in a while because he travels. He travels at least 2 weeks a month.
And stays at the same place?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know exactly what he's doing. He's stepping out on his old lady, so she has balls to come.
Boss, come on, man. Sometimes you make me embarrassed.
You're embarrassed to me? I mean...
You're talking bad of the dead. Ill of the dead.
Like... Yeah, people die every day.
So with that, they do leave.
Yeah, fair.
No, it's gonna... Oh, okay. Hey, send him a message and ask if he had any like known enemies or anything. If his brother was a dick or anything like that.
I think we're going to have to do our own legwork on this.
Just immediately.
I see what you did there.
The air conditioning wasn't on, but he always has the air conditioning cranked up.
Well, we know it's foul play. It's just a question.
Let's go check out the air conditioning.
Yes.
There was also a really short autopsy report.
All right, now I have a doctor agreeing with me. Yes, it's absolutely. There's not a lot of information there for something that one would assume that someone invested in the event would get more information out of. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Anyway, let's go talk to these peasants and find out what they have to say.
Okay, first of all, when we talk to them, you cannot call them peasants.
Oh, I will. It's okay.
They're civilians.
They won't mind.
Okay, are we splitting up?
No?
Are we Scooby doing this?
Yeah, are we Scooby doing this?
Fee, we are not splitting up. And then I turned to Mather. Mather, do not call them peasants.
See, I can say what I want because people adore me. I give a face to all the sins that they don't have the courage to commit. They're just.
I do not adore you. Do not call them peasants.
You do. You laughed at like 2 things I said and said thank you. That's practically a love letter.
He's got a point. That was Derica. Sorry.
I use my. The elemental strike just to like look scary.
Inside of Dark.
To light up your.
To light up my whole entire arm with electricity.
It's just gonna Kamehameha me or something.
So where were you, KO, at around midnight on what date did he die?
This was like 7 months ago.
I didn't know you 7 months ago. So
for the record, the year is wrong in all of these. It's closer to 2077. So all those dates would be 2076 because it's 7 months ago.
Well, Frodo, to answer your question, none of your damn business.
I mean, fair enough. I don't have a warrant or anything. I'm just curious.
KO, don't be petty. That's my job.
Stop being a peasant, as you like to call other people.
I said petty, not peasant. You're not a peasant.
Fee is just like filing this information.
Coincidentally, KO, 7 months ago would have been about the time you guys were laying yourselves on the line against the Shadim Master.
Yeah, it's none of their businesses.
That's fair, but that's about that's what you and Gertrude were doing about 7 months ago.
Good to know the timeline.
The detective sucks. Can we just note that for chat? I need you to
Which detective?
Understand. I need Detective Gracia.
Gracia?
Why did I say Gracia?
It's Gracia, yeah.
It is Gracia.
It is Gracia. I can read. Listen, phonics was the only drugs I was hooked on.
Wow, that's a big callback there, man.
No, please don't clip that. So
Too late. Too late.
Billy's got you covered.
I know, right? Please.
Oh no. So he just decides who's guilty and is like, I don't know how. And so here's an excerpt here. Speaking with the neighbors and family friends, we find no evidence that the couple is unhappy, no evidence of infidelity in the marriage. The couple did not have money problems. What was her motive? I know she hired someone, but why? Where did she get the money? And just the notes on this case is so terrible.
So the detective says that the detective said that he believes that she hired someone, but can't find a motive as to why.
Right, and her alibi was rock solid. So like later he's like, well, initially she responded and that made me look at her a certain way, but rock solid alibi, the purchases on her account, the security footage corroborates her story. She was over 500 miles away when this happened. So she's cleared.
But Gracia says, where there's a theory, his wife here hires hitman, and so on and so forth.
That's what I said. Like,
but I mean, we can't discount anything until we probably talk to some of these people, which I'm happy to do.
Can we go on the scene first? I want to check out the room.
It also looks like the power outage did not affect the door locks or hallway lights. Only the room lights and wall sockets.
Right.
How long ago were these events?
7 months ago.
I don't know the crime. I mean, this is.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Lone Star. Lone Star is going to go throw their hands up, and the people that own the building are going to rent out the apartment, clean it up. I guess. I don't know.
Well, you've got this. This is filed in October, and then the next year in January is like the last note on this initial interview with next of kin. So they were working on it for months, but I agree. I don't think the crime scene.
People die. Things have to move on. I mean,
yeah, I agree.
You still want to go, right?
Oh, I think we should go.
Here's
to
the
play.
thing. I think we should go. I really do want to check out that. I doubt that they would have replaced the air conditioning. It doesn't seem like the type of place where they do a whole lot of maintenance.
Well, we could go to the room and try and reenact the using the microwave while the air conditioner's running and see if it trips the breaker.
Talk to the neighbors. The trustfulness of innocence is the liar's most useful tool. I can go and just talk to them and blah, 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 blah.
This was in a hotel where he died.
Yeah. Yes, but it was long term, wasn't it?
Mm-mm.
Let's go
Was it?
to the scene of the crime.
No, it's a regular hotel.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought it was long term.
Let's go to the scene of the crime and see if Thomas Mathers still works there, and let's try talking to him. It seems like a good place to start.
All right, to the scene of the crime. So the Elegance Hotel is off Interstate 80 in the Munster neighborhood of Lake County. So it's pretty far south. It's 20 miles south of downtown Chicago. So it's well outside the zone. Arriving at the Elegance Hotel, you see a hotel like many others. The building is square with the entrance located in the middle. The rooms stretch out in either direction on each floor. There's a parking lot, a lobby, a communal bar, restaurant off the lobby, which is only open for breakfast and dinner bar hours. It's got 3 floors. Let's see. And there is someone working at the front desk. Name tag says Sam. Smiling human, looks to be mid-50s-ish. Salt and pepper hair, rosy cheeks.
Santa Claus.
Santa
Okay.
Claus.
I would like to approach Santa Claus.
Oh no.
Hi, Sam.
Hey, can I help you? Get a reservation.
No. Sam, how long have you been working here?
Oh, I've been working here, long time.
Long time. So, do you know a gentleman named Thomas Mathers? I'd like to talk to him if he has a moment.
Yeah, he works maintenance. Picks up the, or actually hits a button on the counter and says, "Maintenance to the front desk." Eventually, a guy walks up in coveralls, name tag Thomas.
Thanks, Sam.
So
I appreciate it.
Hey, what can I do for you?
Hi, Thomas. We're doing some legwork. It's just some follow-up on an incident that happened here 7 months ago. Can you talk to us some more about it?
I don't know what I could tell you that I didn't tell the cops.
I would just like
Both
to hear
times.
from your memory now what's happened, like what happened.
Oh, geez. Yeah, all I remember is finding the body, or actually, I think it was Judy found the body.
Judy.
Judy's one of the house. Yeah, Judy's one of the housekeepers.
Turn to Sam. Sam, can we get Judy also if she's still around?
Yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Are you investigators?
Go ahead and call your manager, Sam.
I am the manager.
Oh, okay, great. Hey. And I look over at Mather. Can you go ahead, boss, and talk to boss here?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was watching you. Spectacular, fantastic job. Hi. I just pushed past KO. What a pleasure. I look. How is this guy dressed?
Sort of like one step above business casual.
You know,
like
not everyone,
business casual, but he's got a button-up shirt.
Yeah, not everyone can pull that off during the daytime, but you're doing it anyway. So we'd like. Are we investigators? The answer is yes. Who do we work for? None of your beeswax. And also, I don't know who you talked to before, but they weren't really very good at writing things down, if you know what I'm saying. And I make a kind of gesture like, because it was frankly a mess. And so we are auditors working for, well, you know.
I thought you said investigators.
So we are. We're investigating the investigation. We work for, you know who we work for, don't you?
Oh, you're internal affairs.
Nobody said internal affairs except
I saw you guys on the Trid.
You know what? I'm not
going to make a contest.
What a pull.
I'm not telling him a lie. I didn't say it was true, but I am going to make a contest. And there, have 9.
All right. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, look.
I mean, they look like they were taking pretty good notes the first time around.
There's so many inconsistencies and lack of detail. It's just like, for example, they said the air conditioning was out. Was the air conditioning out before or after?
I mean, it went out the night before the body was found.
Okay. Did anybody report it?
No.
Was it warm? It was warm, right?
Well, I mean, it's like each room is individually air conditioned.
Right, but it was warm outside. It was too warm.
Yeah.
So you're there, the air conditioning is out, but you wait until the next morning to complain? Seems odd. Anyway.
He was a nice enough guy. I mean, he generally didn't complain about stuff, but it was hot enough that, I mean, it's a 3rd floor room. People notice when the AC goes out.
Oh, I certainly imagine.
The heat rises and whatnot.
This is our scientist. She's our forensic scientist.
Oh no. Oh no.
She knows all about heat and rising and stuff. I'm not. I don't know any of those things. I'm a person. Well, if we're going to put a name on it, I'm a profiler. I get inside people's heads, not yours, obviously. We're talking about the heads of the people that may or may not have committed this crime. Did you have any suspects? Because they had the weirdest range of suspects. Did anybody strike you as odd, or that you just knew? Because I know you watch the Trid. I know you have a suspect somewhere in that little noggin of yours that you've been just dying to tell someone, and I bet you're close if you're not spot on.
I mean, I thought it was natural causes.
You thought it was natural causes. Why would you think it was natural causes?
Because they told me it was natural causes.
The police told you it was natural cause?
Yeah. I mean, that's what That's what I heard on the Trid like a week later.
I pull up my phone and my comm and look at it, and it says, well, there was a puncture wound to the scrotum and internal injuries that were caused by some long screwdriver-like object. So I'm guessing not natural causes.
But yeah, I never heard of that.
Yeah, that's why I'm.
I would have remembered that.
Yeah, that seems real personal, also, because if you're going to stab me, right, just get me in the jugular and get it over with, right? Right? I mean, yeah.
I wouldn't stab nobody.
No one would. No. Why would anybody think you would stab anybody? You're a delight. Anyway, so, you know, I had relatives work in the hotel business. I know how things are. Anything strike you odd? Anybody coming at that time? I'm sure you guys took notes.
I mean, it seemed kind of odd that that breaker would have flipped for so long. I mean, he's a nice guy, but I mean, going back through the records, I mean the power must have been out 8-10 hours before he was found.
Can you tell me where the breaker is?
Yes. Do you mind if we do a little test? You can help. We'll put you in the notes. It'll be great. We'll go in. We'll do the thing. We'll see if we can cause the breaker to trip.
So I can have Thomas here show you to the room. The room is coincidentally unoccupied right now.
It's unoccupied.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he sort of he zips a card and hands it over to you. That'll get you in.
How many people have checked this room out since the decedent?
Oh God. Type. 47.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a hotel, people. It's not like they're staying. I mean, that's pretty good. 47 over 8 weeks.
No, just saying, like, what kind of trace evidence we should ignore, since 47 of the people have been in the room since then.
I mean, if that's not to be blunt about it, but if Tyson were alive, it would have been less, because he liked that room. That was his favorite room, and he liked being in that room, and he was here like every couple of weeks.
So he specifically had this room every time he came to town?
Yeah, it's the room he preferred.
It's just feed, scrolling through the documents. This is tracking.
You know what? We'll have Mr. Mathers take us upstairs and take a look. Thank you. You were such a delight. I appreciate you.
Please call Judy.
Oh yeah, she'll meet you up there.
Thank you.
You get a business card I can.
We do not, but when you read about it.
Right. Internal affairs.
Something like that, definitely something like that, or exactly that. We're not allowed to say. Anyway, you've been delightful.
Almost like he's trying to like wink into the fourth wall.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know where the fourth wall is because he's not a main character.
Yeah, and I just got a finger up and down thing. And again, that outfit, keep that up. And we gotta head to the.
It's my uniform.
I've already turned my back and in 3 strides towards the when we all get on the elevator and the girl from Ipanema is playing, I look around and go, see, peasants.
Oh boy.
I just glance at Thomas Mathers briefly when you say that.
Not you, Thomas.
So you get up to the 3rd floor, and it's sort of like the elevators are in the middle of the floor, and the rooms sort of go either way. So you sort of follow it down one way, and then it turns sharply and goes all the way back to the back corner of the building. And there you see on one side of the hallway is let's see, and I think it's just so it's one side of the hallway is like windows, so you can see out, and then the other side is the hotel rooms. So it ends at 348, 349.
And there are no cameras in the hallways?
There are cameras.
What about in the elevator as well?
There's a camera in the elevator.
These people even look at the footage?
Unlikely.
The footage was not part of the evidence pack that you got.
Interesting. Where does the footage go once it's recorded?
It goes directly to our screen because you hack it out of the ether.
Right. Yeah, right.
It
Right.
depends.
I don't even have to
Depends
roll,
how-
just like happens.
That's an excellent point. But
It depends how the footage is saved.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what you find is you don't have too much trouble hacking the hotel, but you do find that footage is only kept for 90 days.
And it's been way more than that.
It's been way more than 90 days.
So any copies of it is going to be with Lone Star.
Oh, can I hack Lone Star?
Maybe we should call Nick.
Someone get me a SmackDown.
Oh, I got you.
I'm hacking Lone Star.
Password is sword.
Oh, you got SmackDowns, huh?
Oh no!
Yeah, someone else has a decade's worth of SmackDowns in their system too.
Just let me do a cool thing.
Try harder, Derica.
Okay, so some things that I'm noticing as I'm continually going through all of these files. It seems to me that he suffocated, possibly. Just like he turned bluish gray when they found him. That wasn't too long after he passed, I'm sure. But for just the extreme change in uh his face. Also, there was another thing that I will share later when I remember it again.
Well, and you make an excellent point there because I've watched a lot of the Third Bones reboot, and one would assume that they would have documented, what is it, the color of death and the rigidity of death and the temperature of death, whatever those three things are. Anyway,
all that.
I'm not a scientist. I'm just adorable. At any rate, but one would think they would document that and say he's been dead X period of time and also hot in room, therefore would affect science things.
I was thinking maybe it was magic and maybe someone was just masking everything.
Well, it's been too long.
Right. Well, we don't want to pull Gracia and just start willy-nilly saying things that happened.
So you can go and make an Arcana check if you'd like.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I'll use the nerve for it.
Oh, I remember the other piece of things. The electrician said that they thought they heard him coughing in the room when the lights came back on.
I was thinking it could possibly be the cloud spell.
So you do recognize. I mean, it's hard. I mean, masking won't really do what you're thinking, but it is possible to erase one's signature. And you basically you astrally wipe the room clean is what happens. It takes some time, but it's certainly possible.
How much time would it take?
I think it takes of the order of a minute.
Minute is enough time.
What?
Yeah, so technically, yeah, there's plenty of time between the time the AC went out and the time the body was found. If that was the time in which if that was the time in which death occurred.
Are these rooms sealed?
Sealed, like they're not airtight.
That would be terrifying.
I was thinking, well, maybe someone tampered with the AC so that, like, while it was down, it funneled some kind of gas in here. It killed Tyson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hear me
That
out.
also doesn't explain.
Hear
what
me
happened
out.
to his junk. Yeah.
This is up your guys' alley. Tiny micro drones, and they go through his mouth and just split him open from the inside.
Right. Yes. Ant-Man through the balls. Got it. But hear me out. It says it looks like he was like if they didn't find him in the hotel, they would have assumed he was like hit by a car or something. Like something very big with a lot of force hit him to cause that internal damage.
Well, a strong enough spell could do it.
Yeah, but there was no external damage.
It's not like a tearing internally, but more like just a blunt force that caused the internal bleeding, right?
But like a blunt force from the inside.
From the it was saying that this blow was probably delivered by a large item as no external bruising was evident, or a padded item to evenly distribute the force over a large area. Otherwise, more localized external injuries, such as bruising and lacerations, would have been found. The subject didn't even have distressed skin on the outside of the chest. He would have bled out in less than 30 seconds from these internal injuries. Had the victim not been found in a hotel room, I would think this damage was caused by a car accident or by trauma from a heavy falling object. So something big enough that the force is spread enough that it's not going to cause like a specific bruising thing or something that's padded.
Bob, can you clarify to me how clout would work?
Clout is magical blunt force trauma.
Yeah, all it takes is a single touch. I don't have to hit you or do anything.
Yeah, so clout is from range.
Range.
Oh. He did have a cigarette in his hand.
So death touch is touch and does more sort of disrupting tissue.
I have a question for our electrician.
Yeah.
So
I've not put him or or Judy on the map.
Oh.
So I don't have tokens for them.
Punch requires you to touch the target.
Yes. But you had a question.
Yeah, so my question is that according to the report that we have, that there was so they said that the AC had been out in that room before the breaker was tripped. Is that correct?
No, I think it went out when the breaker went.
Okay. So it was out for 8 to 10 minutes is what the guy at the front desk said?
And which room is it? 348?
No, I thought he said it was for a long time because he didn't report it until the next day.
He didn't report it at all, I think. But
oh, that's right. Yeah.
Well, the note said that he did.
Geez, I don't remember that.
The notes are very inconsistent. We have it's natural causes. He was hit by a bus inside his apartment while wearing pajamas.
Hit by a bus?
Okay. All right. Well, no.
Internal injuries consistent with a large object like a car accident was my point.
Huh.
Yeah.
So if the AC was out longer, then the power was out longer? This is what I'm confused.
would the air conditioning have clicked back on when the power returned? I think is the question, right?
It should have.
So why was the room stuffy and hot if the air conditioning kicked back on? Because we know, based on the next of kin report, we know that Tyson Ryder would always crank up the air conditioning. He liked his room cool at night. That's a thing we know about him, and he seems pretty regular, pretty like creature of habit type.
Yeah.
So if the AC was out in his room the day before and he was in the room, he would have reported the AC wasn't working.
That's my assumption.
But if he didn't report the AC was working, and then the power went out the following day, and when the power gets restored, the AC comes back on, it's going to be hot and stuffy if there's been no AC for the past 24 hours or whatever it was. So that's
they find the
so I think I remember the breaker got tripped because he like spilled water on it.
Yeah, so he saw him alive.
That was going to be my next question.
But so I went and reset the breaker.
Did you see Tyson Ryder alive? Did you see him spill the water? Did you see, because the information we have says that he had
I don't remember.
That had spilled a glass of water onto the plug of the microwave and had dried it up with a hand towel.
I think he said that.
Yeah,
Thomas Mathers claims he came up, observed that Ryder had spilled a glass of water onto the plug of the microwave oven while making popcorn, and had since dried the area with a hand towel.
Right, but did he actually see Mr. Ryder in the room?
Yeah.
Or was the assumption that Mr. Ryder had spilled the water and cleaned it up because that was the room that was the person who rented the room?
Oh, okay. It sounds like Thomas Mathers put the pieces together afterwards.
Made an assumption, yes.
Made an assumption.
Yeah.
So he probably didn't see Ryder at all.
I didn't see him spill it. I saw the towel. I talked to him briefly, and I went to reset the breaker.
You saw the towel on the bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, the towel on the bed that he uses to put his ashtray on, so not to get the cigarette ashes on the bedspread, that towel?
Friends, I say
I don't
that
remember that.
I say that we reenact the scene. And I get some water in a cup.
So just clarification. You came up, saw him, saw that he had mopped up this stuff with a towel, and then you went to reset the breaker.
I went to reset the breaker, and that's the last I heard of it.
Hold on. Listen to the entire question, sir.
He was alive at that time, or dead at that time.
You laid eyes on him.
Yeah.
Alive.
Yeah.
And he told you he spilled water.
I don't remember if he told me that or if I saw it.
You saw him spill the water?
Okay. My question was, did you see him alive?
Yeah, I saw him alive.
And knew who he was?
I think I just saw the towel was the wet towel.
Yeah, but you knew that was Tyson Ryder. You'd seen him before.
Yeah. He was a nice guy. I knew him.
Was he acting strangely when you saw him?
All right, thank you. Would you show us?
I think he said he tripped the breaker, so I went to go to the electrical room to reset the breaker. And that was the last I heard of it until the following morning.
Is this the same microwave?
Oh.
Yeah.
I look for any imperfections in the plug, the cord.
Go make a perception test.
Can I help with that?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Oh, you're gonna help? I won't use a nerf. Let me know how many hits you get.
Cool. Perception. Am I good at that? I don't know. It's been forever. How do we even play this game? Okay. Perception. No.
One. I'm also gonna use a nerf. So that'll be 4 die. Okay, 4 hits.
Okay. I mean, in perception, I probably should ask you for like an electronics test, but that's okay.
No, wait, I want to do that. Hold on. What do you mean?
I'm looking for like any imperfections in the cord. I think that's a perception thing. I think if I'm trying to figure out how the microwave works is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see like in the plug, like the actual prongs, you see a little bit of oxidation.
How the hell did he spill water all the way up there and then I throw water at it?
Like, how did it get to the inside of the plug?
And the power goes
We're getting oddly specific about the physics of the the occasion.
Well, you just
you see a spark and the power goes out.
Amazing.
This guy just purposely threw water on the cord.
Flipped and splashed.
Point of order on something I said earlier. The maintenance workers said they heard a coughing. He did have a cough. Like from smoking. He was like a cougher.
Smoker's cough.
Yeah, that's it.
So, boss, we've entered the property damage part to the investigation.
No, I did nothing.
How did he call down to the front desk if the power's out?
Telephones, unless
I just realized that phones exist.
Yeah.
Outside of the ones in the hotel room.
Comlinks exist.
Yep, no, for sure. No, that makes sense.
Used I don't know if I can remember, it's a very old term, landline. They're powered by the connection and not plugged into a wall.
Yeah.
So.
See, I forgot that we're playing Shadowrun and not like a 1920.
Yeah, it's Shadowrun 1925. That's what
more.
I played that, by the way.
Just waiting for the Cthulhu monster.
Okay, now let's see if the AC will turn on.
So the AC does in fact power off with the rest of the room.
Okay.
Well.
I'm gonna call the front desk.
So they both leave.
Don't call the front desk. Accidents happen.
Well,
where's the AC at?
Well, that's the maintenance guy is right here.
Yeah, Mr. Thomas is with us.
So the AC is like here, next to the door, next to the patio door.
Next to the
patio balcony door? Next to the balcony door.
Okay.
It's like a little. It's like one of those wall units.
Alrighty. I'd like to. So which one is it again? Which one? 349 or 348?
348 is the room.
Okay. I want to stick a Kanmushi inside the AC and see if it like goes, like if it connects through to the other room or anything like that.
It does not.
Okay. Can I root around in there, see if there's like a hidden canister or grenade or some kind of time release, something inside the...
Yes, you can make a piloting plus clear sight.
Okay. And that's on the Kanmushi, right? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Has Judy shown up yet?
Yeah, so she was here, and then when Mathers left, she left.
Oh, I missed all
that. I got 5 hits.
Okay. You do not see any tampering.
Okay.
You can make a. I guess this would be a mechanical engineering test.
Mechanical engineering.
You might have the engineering skill group. And this will be for you, not the drone.
Okay, so for me, I do not have that as a skill group.
Active skills. Interesting. You do not. You know what? You have. I see automotive mechanic, so you can make a.
Oh, okay, sweet.
The threshold will be a little bit higher, but you can make that roll.
Sounds good. Making it. Got 3.
3. Okay. So yeah, you're kind of looking. You're looking through like the drone's eyes at the inside of this air conditioner. You think this is one of those cheap wall units that you see in the sort of low to mid tier hotels. You think if it were hot enough and the power were out long enough, it might not work when the power came back to it. The condenser could freeze up.
Oh, okay.
And it just requires it to be inactive for a while to unfreeze.
But it would unfreeze.
It would eventually, yeah. Sometimes, so if it's like cranked full blast, it won't.
Which it probably
was.
Yeah.
But once it's sort of reset and let to sit for a while, it'll unfreeze. You have to actually turn it off for a while.
Hey,
I've had that happen in an apartment once.
Frodo, since you're over there, can you look at the door that's leading to the balcony?
Yeah, sure. He tries to open the window. Does it come open? Or the patio door?
Yeah, it's got a little latch on it, and then you're able to swing open it sort of slides open the balcony door.
How close is it to the next like balcony over, or?
Yeah, so this is 1 meter per square. So it looks to be about 3 meters to the balcony of 349.
It's about a yard or 3 meters.
I saw on a trip where people climbed walls, so.
Also, what's directly across from the window?
So let's see. This is let's see. So this is sort of the exterior wall to the hotel, and it wraps around. So you're seeing across a sort of a courtyard to the other side of the hotel. So you're looking at like rooms 301, 302 on the other side.
We should look at those rooms. Find out who was there, should I say. And the observation I'm making now is the autopsy report says huge amount of blunt force trauma, could have been a car or whatever. I think we centered in on the fact that either someone drove a car onto this floor, up the stairs, and over this man, and then escaped, or magic was used.
Any chemicals that could produce that same kind of effect?
I think a phone book inside a pillowcase can do that.
Catch later when Chris and I do a podcast on whether or not you can kill a man with a phone book and a pillowcase.
Join our Patreon.
Wow. So Gertrude, go ahead and make another medicine check.
They also have chemistry, if that's helpful.
Medicine's more appropriate. You can roll biotech if it's higher.
They're the same.
Okay.
I have first aid. That's not helpful. Never mind.
I mean, beyond the being bothered already, you're continuing to be bothered by that autopsy report.
Very unprofessional.
Like something's just wrong with cause of death, you think?
So we need to talk to Dr. Aaron Brown.
I'll happily talk to Dr. Brown.
Bad Dr. Brown.
Dr. Brown.
Worst damn autopsy in the whole damn town. Do. Yeah, don't. Yeah, he's doing that.
So the power's still out in the room, right?
Yep.
Will you guys
So you're actually in the room, we'll say.
Yeah. Will you guys
You're actually over here.
will you guys time how long it takes for Mr. Mathers here to reset the breaker?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go down there with him.
You mean like pull out a stopwatch?
Yeah, I'd pull out a stopwatch.
Or use any of your tech available. Stopwatch is so antiquated.
Yeah, but it's fun for runs.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought in-room air conditioning units like this were antiquated too, but hey, what a crazy world.
Okay, anyway, start the time as soon as we walk out the door.
Click.
And then we go to reset the breaker.
So in that time, so Judy passes you going into the room, holding a towel, and she goes over to clean up the water you threw onto the electrical outlet. And then she says, "Okay." And you get over to where Mathers is. And it takes a couple of minutes, but the power comes back on.
Mm-hmm. Click. Well, he has to come back up too to see the lights are on in the rooms, but whatever. It said that it only took like 4.5 minutes the first time he did it. It's on footage.
Yeah, it's roughly that.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Judy still up there?
She's just getting ready to leave the room as you come back.
Hey, Judy, can you help us out with something?
Okay.
We were informed that you are the one that found the body that was in this room.
Yeah.
And I point at Mather and I say, can you please position him on the ground how you found the body? I'm sure it's a sight that you could not forget.
You point at me. I'm going to be the body in the scenario.
Oh,
You're the prop.
I turn around and look at Judy and go, be gentle.
Oh, I hate that.
All right.
Don't worry, Judy. This is going to be the most exciting thing that's happened to you all week. Go ahead, lay me out. However, he was.
Hey, dead people don't talk.
So she grabs you by the hand and sort of pulls you in over to here.
Okay.
And then, gentle. Okay. So she sort of throws you to the floor.
That's so funny.
Face down.
Keep it up.
That's about right.
Right here.
I'm sorry, face up?
Sorry, face down.
Careful, Bob, because I will listen to every single thing you say.
Yeah, I did mean to say face down. Yeah. Yeah. So she like pushes him forward, so he's face down on the ground on the floor.
I say into the carpet for extra comedic effect. We've never had a cigarette.
You got a cigarette?
Of course I do. I have every vice. Which finger? Which hand?
It was left.
Right.
And she gets up to leave.
Wait, where are you going?
How well did you know him?
I saw him from time to time. He was here a lot.
Did he do we know if he spilled the water on the microwave plug before or after he popped the popcorn?
I think the major question is that no one has ever asked is if he was in this room by himself whenever he showed up. Did he ever have guests?
He was generally a loner.
Generally a loner? Okay. I was like, wait, did it take...
he had a wife that lived wherever he was from. I don't know where he's from, but he was here on business for like a couple weeks at a time.
Did he ever tell you what kind of business he did?
Like property management, I think.
Does that check out?
Yes, that's what we were told.
Okay.
Kind of going with KO's theory of magic and long distance from the balcony. If he, I mean, I don't know where the ashtray is, but if he was in the midst of smoking, but the ashtray is not there, that's weird. Anyway, he could have gone out to the balcony to smoke.
Judy, were the lights on or off when you found him?
I think she points to this light. This lamp was on.
I messaged Mather. Can you sense if she's awakened?
Oh, I can't. Yeah, I saw something, Bob.
Okay, go ahead and make an sensing test.
Yeah.
She appears mundane.
I give you the nope.
And reasonably good health.
I say nothing more. I'm done.
All right. So those of you in the room can go ahead and make another perception test.
I'm gonna use a nerve.
Oh, gonna go ahead.
I'm gonna use one of my personal edge.
I'm gonna re-roll those failures.
I love
likewise
how low our perception just is.
Oh my gosh.
My perception is also terrible. Okay, yeah, I'm doing
Okay, so that's 4 hits.
That's using an edge. I got 3.
For some reason, I cannot use shift on my T.
I got
on my
5.
Keyboard. Weird.
Thanks for saving us, Chris, because the rest of this group is like very special.
I got 3.
I'm still mad about the autopsy report. I can't think about anything else.
Yeah, so as you're sort of wandering about here, you do notice, let's see, where is it? It is,
the other rooms were empty, huh?
Right here, next to the trid set, there's a small hole that's been like the wallpaper has just been torn there.
Send the kid Mushi in it immediately.
Pow.
So it sort of crawls up and like into the wallpaper in a creepy, totally not insect spirit way. And it sees sort of into the darkness. There is what appears in its eyes to be a tunnel through the wall that appears to be plugged at the other end.
And it's to the door, next door, right?
Yeah, so it's in this wall, so it's leading through the wall.
Seems like there is a tunnel that goes all the way through to the next room. KO or Fee, you want to run over there and check it out real quick?
Sure.
Oh, I'll go with Kale.
No, I will go with Fee.
Okay. We'll both get. Why are you being weird?
I don't want to be the first one in the room.
Okay. Well.
So to be fair, you did not get a key to room 349.
Dang it.
Yeah.
But
Is it electronic?
But you're now alone.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's a mag lock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I was just gonna shatter my way in, but all right.
Wild. I'm so glad I went with you. What do I roll to do that?
It's gonna be a hack on the a hack on the fly.
Hack on the fly. We love hacking on the fly.
Oh no, it's gonna be a that'll be fine. That'll be fine.
I also get to roll 2 more.
Yep. Well, 3's enough.
Okay, but I get to roll.
You could roll. You could roll them if you like. Although I see a lot of 1s there.
I'm good. Well, no, I should roll it because because I would have rolled it normally, so I don't want to. Okay, that's 5.
Yeah, so you have no trouble hacking the mag lock. Completely consistent with what you've seen with this hotel. It's sort of a low to mid-tier hotel. It's not easy to unlock, but it's not up to your spec by any means. So you're able to unlock it. And who's going in first?
Fiona.
I want to look at the doorway.
No, sorry. Yeah.
Because I want to look around the doorway because I'm remembering the last time KO and I went to a place, there was that thin thing, and I'm not falling for the same thing twice. So KO, help me look to see if there's a trap here.
You do not find a tripwire.
Amazing. I go in.
So the 2 of you go in. This room, fortunately, is also unoccupied, but it is dark.
Sure.
You're right. We didn't even check.
And as you go into this dark room, we're going to call it there for tonight.
I'm going to be thinking about this for the rest of my life until we stream again.
Jesus.
So come back next week so that Derica's curiosity can be satisfied.
I'm gonna have 18 theories.
So many theories.
So thank you everybody for joining us. We'll pick this up next week. Thank you to all the players for making it fun and for coming up with all the theories. And thank you, Tom, for running tech, keeping us on the rails.
And for enduring all our theories.
Any parting shots before we log for the night?
Tune in tomorrow to watch me, Jen, Tom, and some other talented people. Derek, are you on tomorrow night?
Not tomorrow night.
And if you can't hang out tomorrow, hang out with me on Thursday.
Hang out with
You can't do that.
Amber on Thursday.
Take a nap. Naps are good for you, you know?
And finally, check out the Cuddleworks Clockwork Circus Kickstarter that just launched today. It's really good. So we'll see you next week. Thank you, everybody.
Adios.